Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your SummerSlam results and pre-show also. Show kicked off with the results. The Usos, the Hype Brothers, and American Alpha defeated Breezango, the Ascension, and 12 Villains in a 12-man tag team match. Sami Zayn and Neville defeated the Dudley Boys. Sheamus defeated Cesaro in a match. First match of the Best of 7 series. Video package ran focusing on New York City, narrated by Michael Rappaport. We go live from Brooklyn, inside the Barclays Center, as a big display of pyros goes off. Michael Cole starts first to introduce us to the show with over 15,000 fans in attendance. Enzo Amore and Big Cass are out first to kick off the show. Big reaction for Amore and Cass in Brooklyn tonight. Enzo cuts a promo about making it to New York City and being able to make it anywhere. Just like old Blue Eyes. Cass sang a few lines from New York, New York. Enzo and Big Cass versus Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens to start the pay-per-view. We start with Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho double teaming Enzo Amore early on. Referees breaking up, and we start with Jericho and Enzo. Jericho tosses Enzo to the corner and throws a quick chop. Enzo catches Jericho with a quick crossbody off the ropes. Enzo with a right hand jumping off the ropes. Tag to Cass. Jericho tags in, and Owens and Cass tosses Owens inside. Cass with body shots to Owens. Cass jumped Owens with a big side suplex. Tag to Enzo as Cass scoop slams him over Owens. Jericho comes and tags in and eats an arm drag from Enzo. Cass launches Enzo into Jericho in the corner. They attempted again with Owens over Jericho, but they bail. Cass then launches Enzo over the top rope, and he takes out both Jericho and Owens at ringside. Enzo with a shot to Owens on the ring apron and allows Jericho to catch him with a quick drop kick from the second rope. Owens with a knee to Enzo on the ring apron and mocks him doing his dance on the ring apron as Jericho distracts the referee. Tag to Owens, who stomps over Enzo. Owens with a big chop that levels Enzo. Tag to Jericho, who connects with a snapmare and a kick to the back combo. Jericho catches Enzo with another drop kick, this time for a 2 count. Tag to Owens, who drops Enzo over his knee and then connects with a quick senton splash. Enzo fights off Owens and Jericho with shots from the corner. Jericho gets a tag as Enzo kicks Owens in the head on the outside. Jericho cuts off the hot tag to Big Cass. Jericho nails a big springboard drop kick to Cass and tags back in to Owens. Owens goes up top, jumps and connects with a huge frog splash. Enzo kicks out. Owens with a kick to Enzo in the corner. Enzo with an elbow, kick to the face, and then Owens trips him up off the top turnbuckle. Owens misses a cannonball in the corner, hot tag to Cass. Tag to Jericho as well. Cass with a clothesline to Jericho and a splash to Owens. Cass with big boots Owens off the ring apron. Cass slams Jericho and drops a jumping elbow. Cass catches Jericho with his big boot on the way down from the top rope. Enzo tags himself in. Cass tries to throw Enzo off the top rope, but Owens crotches Enzo. Cass chases Owens down. Owens sends Cass shoulder first into the ring post. Owens with a cannonball to Cass against the ring barrier. Jericho is attempting to superplex on Enzo. Enzo throws Jericho off and connects with a flying DDT on Jericho. Owens breaks up the pinfall. Owens then launches Enzo into the air, and Jericho just barely catches him with a code breaker on the way down for the win. Backstage, we see Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan run into Mick Foley backstage. Jon Stewart walks up with his son to say hello. Stewart questions why Foley is working with Stephanie McMahon on Raw. Stephanie shows up right behind John. New Day show up to say hello to Stewart. Xavier is noticing all the negativity and brings up the power of positivity. New Day asks if they can borrow Stewart as they walk off. Video package focusing on Sasha Banks versus Charlotte later on, but that match is up next. We get ring introduction for the challenger, Charlotte, and champion Sasha Banks. Inside the ring, Banks goes in for a lockup, and Charlotte bails to the ropes right away. Banks with a slap and a head scissors takedown. Banks immediately goes for the bank statement early, and Charlotte quickly rolls out of the ring. Banks nails some chops after an early pinfall attempt by Charlotte. Banks forced Charlotte face first into the corner. Charlotte with some nasty looking slaps on Banks, but puts a boot across the chin of Banks. Charlotte then drops the lower back of Banks off the top rope. Banks nails an elbow to Charlotte, fighting back. Charlotte with a backbreaker and then slams Banks off the mat. Charlotte with boots to the lower back of Banks in the corner. Banks fights off a figure 4 set up for a figure 8 by Charlotte. Charlotte throws Banks in the corner into the tree of woe and throws a few kicks. Charlotte gets up top with Banks, turns her back to Banks and gets her up in the razor's edge. Banks counters into a hurricanrana takedown instead of off the top rope. Charlotte and Banks exchange blows. Banks with a Boston Crab on Charlotte in the corner, and Charlotte missed the splash, and Banks held on to her. Banks with a double knee to the lower back of Charlotte for a 2 count. Charlotte kicks out of the knees of Banks near the corner. Charlotte pulls Sasha up to the top turnbuckle, but she fights off and it connects with a flying double knee to Charlotte on the outside. Banks missed the backstabber. Banks countered a natural selection attempt, and Banks gets the bank statement locked on. Charlotte is reaching. Banks kicks off the bottom rope, and Charlotte rolls through to break free. Charlotte with a neck breaker and a chop block on Banks. Charlotte connected with a natural selection, and Banks kicked out. Banks countered Charlotte again. They got her back down into bank statement. Charlotte rolled Banks over on her shoulders with a submission still applied. Charlotte gets a pinfall with the shoulders of Banks down. Winner and new champion, Charlotte again. Backstage, we see Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson make more ball jokes when AJ Styles walked up. Styles said they are running Raw, and he plans on taking out the face that runs the place over SmackDown on John Cena. They enjoy a beat-up John Cena line. When Finn Balor walks up, they throw up the Too Sweet sign, and Baylor smiles walking off. The B Club, Bullet Club, former members, you know that. Intercontinental Championship match. Maurice in the corner of The Miz versus Apollo Crews. Well, feed went out. My buddy Robert was over. We was watching the network, and we could not get it back on. So we had to go to our other trusty website, USA Goals. The Miz overwhelmed Apollo Crews early on with shots in the corner. Miz with a kick to the face, misses the second attempt, and Crews gets a 2 count. Miz sidesteps a drop kick attempt by Crews and dropped with a quick DDT. Miz with a rear chin lock on Crews, keeping him grounded. Miz drops Crews face first off the ring apron. Miz goes up top, jumps, and Crews catches him with a drop kick on the way down. Crews with a series of clotheslines, a splash in the corner, and a crossbody off the ropes. Crews with a modified ankle slam on Miz for a 2 count. Crews catches Miz with a kick to the head. Crews attempted a standing moonsault, but Miz got his knees up. Crews quickly recovered and plants Miz with a quick power slam. Miz with his corner clothesline, but Crews holds on and connects with his overhead belly to belly suplex on Miz. Crews connected with a standing moonsault and got a 2 count. Miz bailed and Crews chased him down. Crews tossed Miz back in. Crews with another close roll up. Crews hits the corner when Miz moved. Skull crushing finale for the win. So Miz is still your Intercontinental Champion. Video package run focusing on John Cena versus AJ Styles tonight. And that match is up next. Big reactions for both John Cena and AJ Styles in Brooklyn. Styles fires himself up early. Back and forth chance for both in Brooklyn. Styles catches Cena early with a quick drop kick. Styles showed off on the turnbuckle. Cena's back up and levels Styles with a big right hand. Cena launches Styles at the opposite corner, and Styles bounces off. Cena does this a second time to Styles. Styles with a suplex on Cena over the ring apron. Styles tossed Cena back inside the ring as Styles throws right hands. Cena responds with a huge back body drop on Styles. Cena with a drop kick and another and a cover for a 2 count. Cena with a headbutt on Styles. Styles with a flying forearm on Cena off the ropes. Styles missed a shot in the corner and Cena connected with a shoulder block. Well, his triplex of shoulder blocks. Cena planted Styles with a twisting planted power bomb and calls for the 5-knuckle shuffle. Cena connected. Styles countered with an attitude adjustment, stealing his finisher, and nailed a Pele kick. Styles clashed on Cena. Cena kicked out. Cena nails an attitude adjustment out of nowhere. Hooked on the leg as Styles powers out. Styles has Cena up in a torture rack and connects with a spin-off powerbomb for another 2 count. Cena catapults Styles to the corner and catches him, tosses him over his shoulders, and comes down in a modified cutter for yet another 2 count. Something new for Cena. But the pinfall attempt cut off. Cena avoided flying forearm, nailed the drop toe hold. Styles is back up and connects with an attitude adjustment again on Cena. Cena kicked out. Styles missed a springboard 450. And Cena with a flipping pinfall attempt on Styles. They got a 2 count. Styles with a German suplex and then planting a face buster on Cena. Cena with an STF applied on Styles, but countered out of it, getting to the bottom rope, and then got to the springboard flying forearm attempt. Styles slipped out and gets across face applied on Cena. Cena tried to fight out. Styles rolled through and got his calf crusher submission applied. Cena's reaching. The Styles turned him around. Cena rolls through and gets the STF applied again. Styles fights out and connects with a kick to the back of Cena's head. Cena with an elbow and a tornado DDT combo. Another something, some more new moves for Cena. Cena connected with his flying leg drop to the back of the head of Styles. Cena's propped up on the top turnbuckle. Styles is on the ring apron. Springboards up and catches Cena with a Hurricane takedown. Styles rolls back to the ring apron and hits the springboard flying forearm. Cena kicked out. Styles can't believe it. Styles with a kick to the leg of Cena. Cena fires back with a clothesline. Cena has Styles up on his shoulders and is going to the second rope in the corner. Cena with a jumping attitude jumps off the second rope on Styles, and Cena covers and Styles kicks out. Now Cena can't believe it. JBL referred to that as a super attitude adjustment. Cena is standing up in the corner with a surprised look on his face, staring at Styles. Styles countered another attitude adjustment attempt and hits the Styles clash on Cena. Cena rolls to the ring apron. Styles springboards up and connects with kip up and connects with a flying forearm. Styles hooks the leg and gets the pinfall on Cena clean. Well, another friend of mine, Andre, was texting me and said that this was not a clean win because the referee messed up as well as the crowd chanted the 3 counts. The referee was only counting 2. Well, I saw it as a clean pinfall. After the match, John Cena stays in the ring and crowd, and Brooklyn gives him some loud applause. Cena leaves one of his wristbands inside the middle of the ring and gives a salute to the audience at the top of the ramp. Jon Stewart returns to SummerSlam. Former host of The Daily Show, Jon Stewart, heads to the ring. He says the match between AJ Styles and John Cena was magic and was so happy some idiot didn't interfere. Stewart talked about being here last year and learning his lesson by hitting Cena with a steel chair. He said if you are ever in a situation where you may be hit with an attitude adjustment, tuck your shirt in. Stewart joked, no one needs to see old man belly. Stewart said he has been asked by the New Day to be here tonight. He takes off his hoodie and to reveal a New Day t-shirt. Stewart said he will be joining the New Day tonight to take the place of Big E at ringside. He starts doing Big E's part, introducing New Day as the Brooklyn crowd takes over for him. So New Day with Jon Stewart versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Of course, it's non-title. 3 versus 2. We start off with Kofi Kingston and Carl Anderson. Anderson with a quick headlock takedown early on. Kofi with a flying elbow that drops Anderson. Kofi counters a monkey flip attempt by Anderson and then comes back with a flying stop to the chest of Anderson. Tag to Xavier. Woods and Kofi drop Anderson face down. Tag to Gallows. Woods with a drop kick to the knees of Gallows and tags in Kofi. Woods and Kofi take turns stomping away at Gallows in the corner. And Jon Stewart is cheering them on the ringside. Woods launches Kofi into Gallows, hitting a drop kick. Woods with a baseball slide, sending Gallows out. Kofi jumps over the top rope and strikes a pose in mid-air, taking out Gallows. Back inside the ring, Gallows cuts off Kofi and stomps away to tag to Anderson, who keeps Kofi grounded. Tag to Gallows, who takes body shots from Kofi and then fires back with right hands. Gallows misses a splash on Kofi. Tag to Woods and Anderson. Woods with a clothesline. Woods with a drop kick to the back of Anderson. Woods catches Anderson with a kick to the head from the ring apron. Woods with a flying elbow over Anderson for a close 2 count. Tag into Kofi. Woods sets up Anderson with a backbreaker and Kofi comes off the top rope. Gallows breaks up a pinfall attempt. Gallows with a big boot to Woods. Kofi pushes Gallows out. Anderson with a running boot to Kofi. Tag to Gallows. Magic Killer on Kofi. Stewart jumps in the ring. He throws up the 2 sweet. Sign Gallows and Anderson. Spine buster by Anderson on Woods. Gallows and Anderson start to go after Stewart, cornering him. Stewart starts to tuck in his shirt again. Gallows and Anderson have Stewart by the legs, which is attempting to do the ball busting thing. Brooklyn starts a loud yes chant as they point to the corner post. Well, Big E runs out from the back, levels Anderson and hits the belly on Gallows. Big E throws Gallows at the ring barricade as the referee calls for the bell for the disqualification, which Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson win. After the match, Big E picks up Carl Anderson and launches him at the ring barricade. Big E yells down at Anderson. Big E grabs the tag titles, and throws them inside the ring. Big E takes a drink from the glass containers at ringside that Gallows and Anderson have been using on TV in recent weeks. Big E does a dance. Stewart tries it out, and fans boo. Big E goes back to dancing, and Brooklyn enjoys that much better. Video package runs focusing on Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler for tonight. Back live in the ring, Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan are inside the ring, awaiting the arrival of Dolph Ziggler and World Champion Dean Ambrose, which is up next. Ambrose and Ziggler nearly begin fighting before the official ring introductions. Shane and Daniel break it up with the help from the referee. Ronaldo said it may take a line of security to keep these guys apart, like how we saw at UFC 202 with Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz over the weekend. JBL said that the only difference is that these guys are adult-sized men. The bell rings and here we go. Ziggler will start a series of pinfall attempts early on. Ziggler catches Ambrose with a drop kick. Ambrose bells and Ziggler with a splash to Ambrose against the ring barricade. Ziggler follows up with a swinging neck breaker. Ambrose with a few shots on Ziggler as they return to the ring. Ambrose with chops. Ambrose with a quick suplex on Ziggler. Ambrose with a single leg crab on Ziggler. Ambrose with a snap suplex on Ziggler. Ziggler catches Ambrose with a drop kick in midair. Ambrose plants Ziggler face down on the mat with a quick response. Ziggler tosses Ambrose out to the ropes. Ambrose jumps back in and Ziggler catches him with a DDT. Ambrose counters a famous attempt into a roll-up for a 2 count. Ziggler fires back, sending Ambrose's shoulder first into the steel ring post, This time Ziggler connects with a Famouser. Both Ambrose and Ziggler collide in the middle of the ring. Both trying to do crossbody blocks on each other. Ambrose with repeated shots taking Ziggler down. Ambrose with a big clothesline and backs up in the corner. Ambrose with a corner elbow and running bulldog combo. Ambrose is going up top, jumps and connects with his flying elbow to the top of Ziggler's head for a 2 count. Both brawl to outside, and Ziggler catches Ambrose with a big super kick. The referee already started the count. Ziggler dumps Ambrose back in at the 8 count. Ambrose blocks another super kick attempt. Ziggler counters a dirty deeds attempt and gets a zigzag for a close 2 count. Ambrose gets out of a choke and connects with his lariat on Ziggler off the ropes. The springboard lariat. Ambrose is up now on top. Ziggler cuts him off. Ambrose with a headbutt, and Ziggler falls back. Ziggler jumps back up. Ambrose is holding on. Ambrose avoids a facebuster attempt by Ziggler off the top rope, lands on his feet, connects with dirty deeds, and gets a pinfall. Winner still champion, Dean Ambrose. Video package running of the highlights from NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2 with WWE stars in New York City area to promote SummerSlam this week. Becky Lynch, Naomi, and Carmella versus Natalya, Alexa Bliss, and Nikki Bella. Ring introduction. We get an introduction for Eva Marie from the deep voice announcer. Noted that she is currently on vacation after suffering from exhaustion. And by the way, she's suspended. 30-day suspension. Nikki Bella is back and replacing Eva Marie tonight. They didn't announce the suspension at the pay-per-view. Nikki Bella is backstage replacing Eva Marie. So her return. We start with Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss. Pinfall attempts early between the two. Bliss with a shot to Becky after Becky leaped back from the corner. Tags to Naomi. And Natalya gets a tag. Natalya with a springboard sunset flip. Pinfall for a 2 count. Naomi with a leg drop over Natalya for a close 2 count. Tag to Carmella. Natalya with knees to Carmella in the corner. Natalya punches Carmella back. Carmella with a flying head scissors on Natalya. Carmella levels Natalya on the outside after she rolled out. Back inside the ring, Carmella bounces to the face of Natalya off the corner. Bliss tries to interfere. Natalya with a power slam on Carmella. Tags in Nikki. Nikki with a snap suplex on Carmella. Nikki with a spine buster on Carmella. Tag to Bliss, and Nikki chokes Carmella with her boot. Bliss forces Carmella down and flips backward, dropping her knees over her stomach. Tags in Natalya. Natalya misses a shot on Naomi in the corner. Natalya pushes Carmella to the corner and throws some knees. Natalya with an abdominal stretch on Carmella. Hot tag to Becky. Becky with a clothesline to Natalya along with a leg lariat. Becky with a repeated overhead suplex on Natalya and Bliss. Becky throws all 3 women to the corner. Springboard side kicks by Becky on all 3. Becky with her elbow in the corner. And then an overhead suplex. Becky dumps Bliss out. Becky with a huge kick to the head on Natalya. Becky is up top and connects with a flying leg drop over Natalya. Nikki breaks up the pinfall. Bliss gets hot and gets a tag. And Natalya rolls out. Naomi tags herself in and hits springboard crossbody on Bliss. Naomi with a repeated jumping kick to Bliss and finishes her off with one big kick to the head. Naomi misses a split-legged moonsault. Almost looked like Starship Paint. Bliss eats the knees from Naomi. Tags in Nikki, who eats a super kick from Carmella. Who got the tag? Carmella with a Bronco Buster in the corner. All the girls are brawling now. Bliss and Natalya send Naomi to the corner. Carmella drop kick both Natalya and Bliss. Nikki leveled Carmella with a huge right hand. Nikki and Carmella up and hits her cutter off the shoulders to get the win. Well, I predicted this match only going to go like 8 or 9 minutes. And my buddy had brought a friend of his girlfriend's son, as we were taking him home after the show. He was impressed, and he said, "How do I know that I was going to predict that. Because I know wrestling. This is his first pay-per-view, and he loved it. Video from Raw 2 weeks ago from Roman Reigns, interrupting the wedding celebration from Rusev and Lana. Was shown backstage. Maria Menounos was with U.S. champion Rusev and Lana. Rusev is upset about and blames Roman Reigns for everything going wrong lately. Video package runs focusing on Seth Rollins and Finn Balor tonight. Back live, Stephanie McMahon and Mick Foley ringside. We see the new Universal Championship inside the ring. You can check it out. Match of crown first ever Universal Champion, Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins. Ring introductions for both Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. Bell rings and Balor with a running drop kick on Rollins right away. Rollins rolls out to avoid the coup de grace. Balor leaps over the top rope, taking him out. Back inside, Balor kicks the legs of Rollins repeatedly. Balor continues working over the leg of Rollins, and yes, he's in the demon mode. With the makeup and all, Rollins trips up Balor on the ring apron, gives Balor a suplex on the floor. Rollins launches Balor over the barricade into the timekeeper area. Balor leaps off the barricade and takes out Rollins with a flying forearm. Balor tosses Rollins back inside the ring. Rollins cuts him off. Balor catches Rollins with a drop kick to the face. Balor locks up the legs of Rollins and stomps the knees of Rollins into the mat. Balor is on the ring apron. Rollins slides under, gets Balor on the shoulders, then launches him at the ring barricade. Back inside, Rollins with chops to Balor and gets a few shots in the corner. Rollins with a snap bear to the back, to the kick to the back. Rollins is keeping Balor grounded and starts choking him with a piece of his ring attire. Rollins catches Balor with a glancing springboard knee. Rollins goes back up top and connects with a twisting frog splash with some major distance on it. Very similar to Jeff Hardy's Whisper in the Wind. Balor plants Rollins with a DDT. Balor with a flying forearm off the ropes, taking out Rollins. Balor with a drop kick, sending Rollins out. Balor catches Rollins with a knee to the face, hanging onto the ropes over the ring apron. Back inside, Balor with a sling blade, takedown. Rollins cuts off Balor with a drop kick. Balor counters a pedigree attempt. Rollins kicks Balor in the back, in the head, and Balor responds with an overhead kick. Rollins with a knee to Balor. Balor plants Rollins in with an inverted DDT. Balor with a second inverted DDT for a 2 count. Balor missed a coup de grace. Rollins had a triangle lock applied on Balor. Balor got his foot to the bottom rope, and Michael Cole reminded us this match is no DQ rules. Balor breaks free to force a break rolling out. Back inside, Rollins connects with a powerbomb in the corner and follows it up with a super kick for a 2 count. Rollins is yelling at Balor, and this is his ring. Shayla Page's line. Balor is firing up. Balor with body kicks, eats a knee from Rollins. Rollins with a small package driver, and it gets a close 2 count. Rollins bails out. Balor chases and drop kicks Rollins into the barricade. Balor tosses Rollins in. Balor goes up top and connects with a stomp to the head of Rollins. Rollins kicks out. Balor is going back up top. Balor goes for the coup de grace. Rollins rolls out of the way. Kicks Balor in the gut and then hits the pedigree. Balor kicks out. Rollins misses a dive off the top rope. Balor kicks Rollins to the floor. Balor is up top. Rollins cuts off Balor with a superplex. Rollins hangs on, rolling through. Balor avoids the pedigree and connects with a stomp over Rollins. Balor drop kicks Rollins to the corner. Balor with another drop kick to Rollins in the corner. Balor is up top, goes for the coup de grace and connects. Balor hooks the leg and gets pinfall. New champion, Universal Champion, Balor. After the match, Balor grabbed the Universal Championship at ringside. Gets back in the ring celebrating. Michael Cole talks about how Balor made history tonight, becoming the first ever WWE star to win a major world title in his WWE pay-per-view debut. And during this match, he kind of injured Well, not kind of. He did injure his shoulder, but battled it back, popping it back into joint. As you'll see on Monday night, on your Monday night, more on that from Raw. We hear a SummerSlam panel featuring Lita, Booker, and Jerry the King Lawler. Lana is out to introduce the U.S. champion Rusev. Roman Reigns walks out to a mixed reaction from inside the Barclays Center. Before the match can even begin, Rusev immediately attacked Roman Reigns, throwing him into both steel ring steps at ringside. Rusev drops right hands over Reigns. Reigns grabs part of the steel steps and hits Reigns in the arm with it. Reigns then tosses Rusev over the barricade to the timekeeper area. Cause I noted that this match still hadn't officially started. A number of officials come to the ringside to break it up. Rusev grabs a steel chair, and Reigns blocks a shot, getting in headbutts to Rusev. Reigns tosses Rusev back to ringside area. Officials are yelling at both of them still. Reigns has a steel chair, hits Rusev in the ribs with it. Reigns tells the WWE officials to back off. Reigns cracks a chair over the back of Rusev at ringside. Reigns is throwing right on top of Rusev. Reigns with a headbutt to Rusev. The officials still trying to separate the two. Officials are ordering Reigns to the back. A lot we want later. Chant from the crowd breaks out. JoJo announces on the mic that WWE officials ruled Rusev is not able to compete tonight. Reigns walks back down the ramp, charges, and takes out Rusev with a huge spear. In that segment, video package run hyping Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton, which is your main event, which is only like 15 minutes, 20 or 18 minutes left in the pay-per-view. Which I was also telling the young man that was here that the normal pay-per-view goes off at 10 o'clock. 45 minutes to the hour, about 20 minutes to the hour. They tried to start it. And nothing more than this match. Just go right to it. Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman versus Randy Orton. Suplex City versus Viperville. And both opponents do go both ways. Only 7. I'll just give it to you like this. 7 suplexes by Lesnar and 2 RKOs. And we'll go to the match. We get a Paul Heyman introduction from Brock Lesnar before the match. Lesnar and Randy Orton have a quick stare down. Bell rings and we're off. Lesnar charges and throws knees at Orton in the corner. Lesnar attempts a German suplex early on. Orton hangs on the ropes. Throws some elbows and takes Lesnar out with a quick drop kick. Orton goes for an early RKO, and Lesnar avoids it. 0-0. Lesnar connects with his first release German suplex. Lesnar with a second German suplex. And Orton with a kick at Lesnar to break up the momentum. Lesnar with a jumping knee in the third German suplex. Lesnar with more knees to Orton in the corner. Lesnar gets a fourth German suplex. Orton with elbows to Lesnar. Lesnar overwhelms him with a shoulder charge. Lesnar with a fifth German suplex. Lesnar with more knees. Lesnar with a sixth German suplex. Orton rolls out to the floor and throws some big elbows. Lesnar cuts him off with a knee, puts Orton on the shoulders, and then drives him over one of the announce table at ringside. Does not break. Orton falls over the barricade into the front row. Lesnar lifts up Orton and throws him over the announce table again. This time Orton goes crashing through it. Lesnar tosses Orton back inside the ring. Lesnar with a seventh German suplex. Back at ringside, Lesnar clearing off another announce table and dragged the lifeless Orton on top. Lesnar is lifting Orton. RKO out of nowhere, number 1. On the announce table. The table somehow holds up. Orton is back inside the ring. Lesnar is crawling back inside the ring. Orton and Lesnar connects with it. Lesnar connects with a DDT off the ropes. Orton with a second RKO on Lesnar. Hooks on the leg. And Lesnar kicks out. So it's 7-2. Orton is backing up with the corner. Orton is going for his kick to the head. When Lesnar cuts him off and connects with F5. Orton kicks out. Lesnar can't believe it. Lesnar mounts Orton and is throwing stiff-looking elbows and forearms. Busted open Orton. And the match is almost stopped immediately. Blood is pouring out of the head of Orton as he's lying lifeless at ring in the middle of the ring. Well, at ringside, the WWE official is checking on Orton as he escapes the ring. Lesnar sits back in the corner. Lesnar pushes, because they're back inside the ring. Lesnar pushes them away and starts beating down Orton again with right hands. A loud Goldberg chant breaks out. Lesnar with more shots on Orton. Referee officially calls for the belt. Winner by TKO, Brock Lesnar. After the match, Brock Lesnar attacked Orton some more. Shane McMahon hit the ring. Got in Lesnar's face saying, "It's over." Lesnar grabbed Shane and gave him a F5. Paul Heyman is yelling at Lesnar and begging him to stop. Lesnar leaves the ring with Heyman. The show comes to a close with Lesnar smiling as we see Shane starting to recover in a shot of a very, very bloody Randy Orton. As the network was still playing on USA Goals, Shane was checking on Orton. So look for some type of suspension coming up and what have you. And back to what I was showing you, and that was the end of the pay-per-view. As WWE posted this video of Finn Balor's win over Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. Here you go. The finish of Brock Lesnar versus Orton went pretty much as planned, but led to a big incident between Chris Jericho and Lesnar backstage. Up in the gorilla position, according to Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, multiple sources report that Jericho came to the gorilla position as the match ended. Apparently, Jericho does not know what was scripted. Apparently, to find out exactly what happened and to see if Orton was all right. Jericho asked WWE producer Michael P.S. Hayes if that was the planned finish, and Hayes wouldn't respond. Jericho then said, "That's BS." Jericho's BS comment came just as Lesnar was returning backstage. Lesnar, thinking Jericho was talking about the match, called Jericho a pussy, according to one version, or just said, "Shut up," according to another version, and for Jericho to mind his own business. They came face to face and had words. Another version of the story said that they were shouting at each other the whole time. Lesnar reportedly pushed Jericho with his fingers, more like that. Jericho then did what was described as a Rousey tape forehead press, headbutt. Another version of the story said Jericho shoved Lesnar into the wall. The two were then tangled up against the wall when Lesnar told Jericho to either punch him or kiss him. Triple H then jumped in, broke things up. Didn't work very long. Two went back at it again. This time Vince McMahon broke it up. Jericho was then yelling about Lesnar, and Vince told him that everything wasn't work and had to be professional. Triple H reportedly told Vince that Lesnar started the fight and that Jericho was just standing up for himself. No more words were exchanged, but Jericho saw Orton's condition and got mad. It was noted that Jericho was concerned with Orton's health and safety, but Orton assured him that he knew what was going to happen. And apparently, Sami Zayn looked like he was injured during the pay-per-view in his match. Looked like he twisted his ankle real bad, but it was just for the show, just to work. And that concludes my pay-per-view results and injury possibilities. Thanks again. Peace out. See you one more video. If you don't know, just comment, brothers and sisters.